Hey guys, welcome. It's your girl Black Girl Minimalism. Today we're doing the read for um, October 30th, and this we're coming towards the end of this month on tomorrow, but I was looking at a video that we're still in the energy of Libra up until I think November 14th. So just this has to do with, I think on the 2nd, we're coming into a full moon, and with the full moon energy is kind of seeing the turnout of things that you've been working on, maybe things that you have been preparing for. You'll see the outcome of that. So you want to think of new moon energy of what you would like to happen, and then and then full moon, seeing the outcome of those things that you prepare for. So kind of moving away from that, like I said, we're still in the energy of Libra. And when I think about Libra, I think about like a beautiful atmosphere, beauty, aesthetic. You see the energy of being free flowing, calmer space, and navigation of feeling that way. So that kind of speaks to the energy that we'll have up until maybe like the second week in November. Not saying anything away from that, because we're navigating into Scorpio season, which Scorpios are very laid back people as well. I think they try to stay out the way. I think some energy that may come up will be a little bit different from Libra, but we'll talk about that once we get to that space. So we have about 2 more weeks to kind of soak up the vibe of calmness, self-care, aesthetic, beauty. I think appreciating the smaller things, and kind of just navigating how to have gratitude. I see that coming forth as well. So we're going to do a spread of 12, and then just close out the read from there. I hope that you guys are having a great day thus far, have had a great week. I can't believe this week we're already on Thursday, because we got back from New Orleans on Monday, and I really feel like this week flew past. So the first thing that come up is the Two of Cups, which is a really great energy for partnerships, and partnerships as it aligns with you and as how it pertains to you. It is a partnership that displays mutual respect, joining forces, attraction, connection, and just I see this as a yin and yang energy. And it's so funny because today I had therapy, and my therapist talked about like where opposites attract is a very is a visual for the yin and yang, because you need something to complement the other. So we talked about that in regards to partnerships. So I see that with the Two of Cups. So the next thing that come out is the Seven of Wands. This came out yesterday. This has to do with, I want to say do with, talk with, but this has to do with protecting or having protectiveness, standing up for yourself, defending yourself, and protecting your territory. And I see the territory as ownership, things that you own. This could be property, this could be material things, things that are tangible. So protecting your territory, your everyday environment, okay? The next thing that you have coming up, the Star card. This came out yesterday. So this is awesome because it's very rare that it comes out twice. I think the Star card will come out here and there as far as the energy that's pushed forward, but it is not in a repetitive sense, because you really have to be in a space where you feel good, you feel comfortable and confident in yourself. And not to say that we don't feel these things every day, but to actually live in the space where you are exuberating a star-like quality, it's great to have that consistency there. So you have the efforts of inspiration, positivity, faith, renewal, trusting. Trusting has a lot to do with faith. When you trust in the things that are coming forward and the things that are there for you, it is a faith-forward focus. This has to do with also healing and rejuvenation. So self-care, that's where I said like the energy of Libra has to do with self-care. So I see that in the essence of rejuvenation. So doing what you will to create that spark of rejuvenation. And because in this picture, she's pouring water into the body of water, which she is sustaining her foundation. Her footing is there, okay? The next thing to come up is the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles has to do with ambitious energy, being diligent, goal oriented. So writing things down, I see that as a space there. The next thing to come up is being a planner, consistent. Consistency is a flow of energy that's, you know, you can see the benefits of the hard work that you put in forth, because consistency navigates results. And being a star student, being studious, grounded, loyal, faithful, and dependable. Okay. So the King of Pentacles came up. So this is a very confident energy, and an energy about stability in the mental and physical sense. This has to do with abundance, prosperity, security, ambition, safety, kindness, patriarchy. So you're at the top of the totem pole, and protectiveness and provision. This is about stewarding your finances. We've been talking about that for so many weeks now, but it is a focus, because it wouldn't come out if it wasn't. You also have the Hierophant. That's particular to the energy coming forward. This has to do with practice and tradition, social groups, conventionality, conformity, education, knowledge, and belief. So this has to do with the things that you're taking in, what you're reading up on, what you're involving yourself in. Another thing that came up in therapy was my therapist asking me to send over like videos or readings that I might come across that can add to the mental health space, and being able to be a contributing factor of like things that could be a resource. So that could be something that could be aiding in things that you're reading up on. We also have the key that's at the bottom, coming to a crossroads with the key. Maybe you're providing a key towards someone as well, to individuals. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards thus far, and we're going to continue forward. Okay, so these came out. So you have the Ten of Wands, and this is coming, I see this as a space of veering the end, because this came up for another thing that I was watching in regards to like burdens, responsibility, duty, stress, obligation. There are things that we have to carry every day that is a known obligation of our everyday life, right? But then the next thing to come forward is the King of Wands. So this has to do with leadership, having vision, big picture. So you've seen a big picture about something, and this also indicates, invokes, I was hearing indicates and invokes, but it indicates a purpose of travel coming forward, because you have the flight and the plane that's above. So taking control, doing daring decisions, boldness, and optimism. So you're going to be doing things in regards to your travel that's going to be, you know, optimistic, that's going to be daring. You're going to be trusting in it, because this will take you to here. The Page of Wands, which has to do with adventure, excitement, fresh ideas, cheerfulness, energy, fearlessness, extroversion. Sometimes when you take heed to new environments, new spaces, new experiences, it can catapult you to a fresh start, right? So thus far, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we have 3 more. So next thing to come up is the Death card. You're ending something, right? But in this ending, I always pay attention to each individual person. You have an elderly or elder that's represented in the card. You have, it looks like a mother and daughter that's there. And then you have someone that's over to the side that, you know, just looks weary. So maybe someone that is at a place of feeling weary or tired or anything like that. It doesn't necessarily say that it's you. It could just be someone in your surrounding space, right? These things came out. Okay, so it fell out: loss and grief, disappointment, sadness, mourning, discomfort, and feeling let down. So this is an energy that is natural of, you know, as you're making movement or change, like you're going to come to a space where you may feel a sense of loss, right? But then you come back to this, the Two of Pentacles, which has to do with balancing resources, adaptation, resourcefulness, flexibility, and stretching the resources. So this is where you're ending, but what's facing up is this. And we've had this quite a few times, the Ace of Wands, which has to do with having an inspiration coming forward that is creative, that is going to be a spark for you, that gives you new initiative, new passion, enthusiasm, and energy, which will be a focus for you and a pillar to kind of move you forward. The way in which this card is designated, you see the hand coming forward out of the bushes. So I see that as unexpected energy, or things that are maybe gifted to you or shared with you that will be enlightening, but you don't expect it. So that is the end of this read. Today is October 30th. I'll see you tomorrow for Halloween. However, that if you celebrate, if you don't, is for the kids as well. That's how I see it. Me and Babe will be Wilma and Fred Flintstone. So hopefully we get some pictures. I'll see you tomorrow. I love you so much. Bye.